Is Tom Shaw. I'm an environmental consultant living in Lakeland, Florida, and a proud supporter of Dr. Ben Carson's campaign to become the next President of the United States. I'd like to take just a few minutes to explain to you why I think Dr. Carson is the best and possibly the only candidate that can bring hope and prosperity back to this nation of ours. The first thing that attracted me to Ben Carson was his credentials as a pediatric neurosurgeon. As a hydrogeologist, I know that doctors use the same approach to solving problems that researchers have been developing for hundreds of years. It's called the scientific method. This is how scientists advance new ideas and make corrections to improve existing systems so that they'll work better. It starts by asking pointed questions, making observations, and analyzing data. When properly executed, this approach almost always results in the formulation of workable solutions to very complex problems. And this is exactly how Dr. Carson was able to successfully evaluate and complete surgical procedures on literally thousands of young patients with cranial abnormalities. Like many patriotic Americans, Dr. Carson has been asking questions and observing what's been going on in our government for a long time. He questions why we continue to recklessly spend money that our children will have to pay back someday. Why the educational system is now a shadow of its glorious beginnings in the late 1700s. Why we have a tax code that spans 17,000 pages. Why able-bodied Americans are sitting at home willing to eke out a meager existence provided by their government with no desire to improve their lot in life. Why some now use racism as an excuse for lawlessness, and why many of us now look on with growing concern as ISIS continues its onslaught on the rest of the world. Based on his observations, he has formulated a hypothesis as to why these conditions are present, and that is that we have simply lost hope. We have lost all hope that our government is capable of doing anything to reverse these trends, and we don't know what we, as the citizens of this country, can do to stop them from happening ourselves. Dr. Carson has workable solutions to these very complex problems. Solutions that involve reducing our national debt, promoting education, individual empowerment, and a flat tax system. I encourage you to take to the internet and listen carefully to some of Dr. Carson's recent addresses, beginning with his speech at the 2013 National Prayer Breakfast at Washington, D.C. Listen not only to what he says, but how he says it, with a calm sense of conviction and courage that comes from his strong faith in God. Dr. Carson is not a professional politician seeking to extend his career and serve the interests of lobbyists and his own ego. He is a Republican, but you might be surprised to find out that his plans are intended to appeal to people of all parties and of all walks of life. Ben Carson is an American patriot and a man that deserves everyone's attention. Thank you, and God bless.